I had a guy on set that I was working with. Boom! Every time. They don't want me to edit. They don't want my hands on that.
Well,
hey guys.
we got a new series here.
Guys. We're gonna do.
What are we even gonna call this? Magic movie?
Movie. I think Movie Monday is still coming.
Yeah, let's do Movie Monday.
I don't know if this is gonna be posted on a Monday.
Probably not.
And it's not even. And it's
probably not.
Right. And it's not even Monday right now. Welcome to a new series. Today we're gonna be talking about the Minecraft movie. Wait, who's the director of it again?
Jared Hess.
Jared Hess,
who you may know from Napoleon Dynamite, Nacho Libre, and various other movies.
Put whoever's editing this, put another movie on screen right here.
He did this one movie called Masterminds with Zach Galifianakis. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I used to. It was like a bank heist.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I love that movie.
But Jared Hess has betrayed our trust, and he went ahead and made a Minecraft movie.
The Minecraft movie. As of whenever you guys watch this is when the first one came out.
Yeah, this is like a week after the movie dropped. We finally saw it yesterday night.
We saw it yesterday.
At our local theater.
Put whoever's editing this, put a clip of our experience on there. We got a little shot.
We got a little tidbit of what happened at our showing.
Just
of course, it's rowdy as shit.
Very rowdy. What an experience. Oh. They had somebody, like one of the workers, come in and just like, was this very powerful man. And he'd like, was telling people
right up next to, was it you he was like right up next to? Oh,
yeah.
Spider Jockey.
Sorry. He was right fucking next to me. Like I thought he was gonna yell at me because he was so close to me. And like right before that, I yelled creeper. So I thought he was coming up to me like
he's gonna come and take you out.
Yeah, I was like, you're gonna have to leave. Creeper! And he came up to me, or not, he didn't come up to me.
Just to our aisle.
Yeah, right to our aisle. And he screamed out, he's like, whoever is vaping in the theater, we will find you and personally remove you. And then the movie started. He's like, "Thank you, have a good one."
And then he never came out again.
Yeah.
And those people continue to vape and smoke.
Yeah, it was so funny. You could look up, and you see where like the light rays come from. Like it was just
like
a
smoke cloud.
Yeah.
This movie has caused such a stir that they need like 2 warnings of people to like just sit down and shut up.
Yeah, they needed a warning before the movie. I was talking to my sister, and they went to go see it.
In Florida, right?
Yeah, in fucking California.
Oh yeah, in California.
So it was the 3-screen setup where it's like kind of like this surround view.
Imagine 3 screens of crafting.
Can you imagine seeing Jack Black's round ass on that screen? I cannot. But they said they didn't have the little warning message. That's brand new.
Yeah.
Which is funny to me. I don't know. That it's stirring up so much attention that they're causing like, warning screens. Yeah. But to the actual movie, so the casting was absolutely the weirdest choices I think that they could make.
Were pretty bad. For reference, the parents are dead in this movie, of course, in most kids' movies.
They don't explain it.
Yeah, they don't explain it. They're just dead.
They're
Mom
just
or dad,
dead.
Whatever.
Okay.
And now it's just this older girl who, I guess, is 23, but she looks like she's 15.
Somehow became a...
She's like the guardian of her brother, who's like a rocket whiz.
Yeah, they decided to move to fucking Chungus land. I don't know what
Chungus World or something?
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
Like
Chungless?
Potato. Yeah. Chungless? I don't fucking know.
I don't know, dude. But they moved here for whatever reason. They just say like, Mom wanted us to be here.
Mom would have wanted this.
Whoever the fuck Mom is.
It's like a potato chip. It's the whole town is reliant on a potato chip factory. It's like all the economy relies around.
You can see the factory makes up like half of the town. She's like the social media manager, whatever, of a fucking potato thing. And then there's this
dipshit kid.
Ooh,
This kid sucks. Sorry.
I hate him so much.
I don't really care about talking shit about a kid,
Yeah, fuck
you deserve
you.
this.
Yeah.
This was the worst performance I've seen out of a child in a long time.
This was his second fucking movie, and you could tell.
We gotta build the story to get
He
to
is a fucking character, so...
We gotta get to Of course, too.
And of course, this is the Minecraft movie. This isn't gonna
kids,
be... Yeah, it's not gonna be fucking, your next Schindler's List. What, did all the budget go to Jack Black and Jason Momoa?
It had to.
And Jennifer Coolidge?
It had to have.
It had to.
Those 3 characters were like the most memorable.
Yeah.
I feel that black lady didn't really get anything either.
I didn't even know what her name was.
I don't know either.
I don't know
her name either.
I do not remember her fucking name.
Does anyone know her name? If you know her name, leave a comment.
Please, guys. But yeah, apparently.
Yeah, all I knew was that like she had like she just really cared about animals and kind of the guardian to those two kids.
She was a fucking real estate agent.
Yeah, real estate agent.
But needed a side hustle.
Like 15 side
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. I will also
don't
say,
matter.
if you guys genuinely care, there will be spoilers in this.
Yes, we are.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah, we'll say it right here. We're entering spoiler territory.
We're entering spoiler territory.
I don't know if you actually give a fuck about the Minecraft spoilers. I kind of did, but So the whole motivation for the Minecraft movie is that Jack Black is trying to get his dog Dennis.
And so it progresses to that point in the weirdest way. It doesn't show a time lapse. Like, okay, it shows his
There's like a
beard
mini
gets
time
gray.
lapse at the beginning, yeah.
Jason Momoa, Garrett, comes out of nowhere.
He just happens to buy like a storage shed.
Yeah, because like Jack Black's house
he
got
got like evicted or something.
So they get fucking, Henry,
Henry, he commits a terrorist act
Henry
of like
Chungus or whatever it is.
he destroys the Chungus potato chip.
Yeah, he destroys the Chungus potato.
He destroys it. And
so everybody
everyone in
hates
town hates him.
Dude, everyone. Also, I will say one of the more memorable characters is that teacher.
Yeah, Jennifer Coolidge.
No,
You're thinking of the guy who was
he's like, he's talking about it like
Grunchy or something.
Yeah, but I don't remember what his name was, so clearly not that
I know
memorable.
what you're talking about.
But yeah, his little point is funny there, where he's just like talking about like tax evasion or something. I don't know.
My life is a fucking joke.
Yeah, so he's like this sad sack of shit talking about like putting all
Everyone's
this money into
pretty
something.
depressed in the Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
Everyone that isn't in the Minecraft overworld is like suffering.
Yeah, I think it's
If you
like
think about it, that's a pretty
I think it's a
pretty depressing
motif
thing.
for
life.
motif for life. Ditch your 9 to 5 and go and
Go
mine.
play Minecraft. The movie opens with Jack Black being like, "I used to yearn for the mines."
Yeah, what the fuck's that
It's
all
like
about?
child labor.
Yeah. But I also loved like the end scene. We were talking about how just fucking real it was. where like they are all going back home from Minecraft, from the Minecraft
just to
world.
fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, just fast forward a little bit. I had to say because it's so fucking funny. They're like, Steve, come back with us. He's like, I still have some shit I want to build.
It's like, Steve, why don't you come back to the real world?
it's like,
with
come
us
back
and live,
home with
come
us.
live your life again.
He's like,
I kind of want to build some more things. How do they get to the overworld again?
they get to the overworld because Henry, the fucking little jerk off he is, finds this like.
Oh yeah, he like just
Finds the orb.
he can't help himself. He has to touch everything he sees.
And he finds the orb at Garrett's house because Garrett bought a storage unit.
That happened to have all the epic Minecraft stuff in it.
Yep.
Well, there's not really any
epic
Minecraft stuff in it, but
And so Henry fucking clips it together or whatever, and then like they know to go to the mine. I forgot
how do they know to go to the mine? Was it just like, does that like have like a fucking arrow that's like telling them where to go?
Yeah, they had the piece of paper saying like,
that's right.
But
yeah.
I don't. Did it say they would go to
Did
the
it
mine?
imply to go to the mine? I don't know.
I fucking
It's
missed
like,
that.
It was like warning, don't put these two things together, or
Yeah.
else you'll get freaking sweet loot or whatever. Yeah,
And-
the sister's like, it's been like 3 days, and her brother hasn't
My
come home.
brother hasn't come home in 3 days, so she fucking calls the real estate
She calls
agent.
real estate Rhonda. That's
Yeah.
what we're gonna call her. Real estate Rhonda.
Real estate Rhonda. So whatever, they go to the fucking mines, then they get transported to Minecraft. That's how it starts.
And that's how they get there.
Yeah, and so they're
That's where the hijinks begins.
yeah, that's where the actual movie begins. Fast forward, they're fucking surviving the night, zombies, whatever. and stuff.
You know, basic Minecraft like, oh, it's only been 20 minutes and it's nighttime?
Yep, yeah, like it changes like really quick. It's like, how the?
Like, yeah.
I will say the CGI they used for the zombies, horrifying.
It was really awful. At some points, it looked like it was like guys in bodysuits with like
did.
giant like heads on them.
It-
But like, ugh.
the whole time. Like,
I just don't like the texture. However, like the villagers.
It's
why
so-
do they have ears?
it's so grossly like real. I didn't need it to be that real.
It's that. Like when we were kids and we would look up Minecraft in real life. That's what it looked like.
Exactly.
That's literally what it looks like.
That's exactly what it looks like.
When night falls, there's this one scene where like a sheep is getting torn apart by like zombies, and it screams like a man.
Yeah,
It screams like a human man.
it's one of the most visceral scenes in the movie.
And they don't do anything after. This
even
movie
refer-
has an awful habit of like something will happen, then they cut away and never
They
mention
will
it again.
never reference. I don't know, but it was like so real. fucking Henry knows how to build a house for some reason. Because he's like,
he punches a tree out of frustration, and he's like, whoa.
Yeah, so they do that, and then, you know, Steve is like, oh, the orb is back.
Yeah.
So he gets released by the piglin queen. And so he appears, kills them all, saves the day. So then it pretty much progresses to the point where it's like, oh, Steve wants to get the orb to bring his dog back and save the world.
I also don't know why he was keeping that secret.
Yeah.
I don't think it's... I think if someone was like, listen, I need that orb you have.
I need to
and
save
I'll get
the
my
world.
dog back.
Yeah, seriously. Like,
no big deal, man. I just need my dog.
Like, I want my dog back and I want to save the world.
Like, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I'd be
okay with that. I'd be like, here you go, man.
Bro.
Like, especially since I just found the orb, I don't really need it.
Get your dog back. I want to go home. Let's get out of here.
Like,
the
second Steve gets there, he starts fucking, he's like,
Wah! Let's go to the village.
Yeah.
Gear up.
Yeah. So they go to the fucking village.
Steve sings his chicken song with lava. You watch a chicken get submerged in lava.
Yeah.
They go pretty hard with a lot of the shit in the movie.
I still think it's so funny how he was talking about the villagers being vegans, then turns around, there's a chicken shack.
Chicken.
Yeah, there's a chicken shack right around the
chicken shack.
right around the corner. Like, just casually throw in somebody named General Chungus and not even, you know.
It's been 8 years since the Chungus meme, by the way.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say General Chungus is not in the video game, so they had to have fabricated that.
They completely fabricated that.
Which you had to have known what you were saying. But
how do they get separated?
They get separated because
they got kidnapped from the piglins, right?
No, they didn't. They were just getting ransacked by the piglins. They were like,
oh, that's right.
We're gonna go this way while they go this way.
Right.
We're not gonna follow them.
Yeah, we're not gonna do anything. The girl's plot is like minimized way easier than like
it's minimized to like 5 minutes. We're like, all right, we're gonna find a map.
Jennifer Coolidge gets more screen time. We haven't even touched on that. Jennifer Coolidge's sexual
she's horny for
with a villager.
Yeah, for a villager, which crazy plot point.
I love Jennifer Coolidge. That was interesting.
Would you go out to dinner with me?
Because she doesn't. She said like the name of her car. She's like, my Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Yeah.
Like, I love the way she said Grand Cherokee.
Everybody wants to sue me after they see my Jeep Cherokee.
So yeah, Jared Haas doesn't give a fuck about Rhonda and the daughter, and we just kind of swap between Jack Black's crew and Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah, they want to go find a map. They never find a map.
They never find the map. They're just chasing it.
They could have just gone.
Find a map.
Yeah. They could have just gone with Steve because like he knew how to get
far apart.
He knew how to get to the Woodland Mansion. Why the fuck did they need a map? Did they ever say that?
No, they don't. How do we get to the Woodland Mansion the fastest? And then Garrett the Garbage Man Gary is he's greedy as fuck, and he's gonna lose his gaming store.
He wants his precious diamonds.
We didn't really talk about that. He's just washed up. If you've seen the movie Pixels, if you've seen Peter Dinklage's character, it is that. It's just that.
Literally a copy.
It's just Billy Mitchell.
Yeah.
So before they hit the mansion, Steve's like,
we could go to the Redstone Mountains.
Yep. And
he's just trying to like basically rob Steve of his livelihood.
Yeah,
he's trying to take them diamonds.
He creates an ultimatum for him. You know, I want diamonds, and I will give you the orb if you do that. You know, kind of thing. Yeah. Or else I will not give you the orb. So they, Jablinski himself wants to go and save his fucking dog. So he's like, okay, sure. So they take the long route.
He doesn't seem like that upset about losing some diamonds, but he has so many diamonds.
He has a fuck ton.
Rich.
Dude, he had a full room full of buckets of diamonds.
Yeah, and he's just like, okay.
Fine, we'll take the longer way.
And like the way that we're talking about this movie sounds like we're just going from point A, point B to point C. That's just how this movie goes.
A lot of montages that felt like took 2 seconds, but looks like that should have taken days to do.
Yeah.
like at the end there when they were fighting the piglins, and they're like,
this massive,
we need to build an army.
There's this massive World of Warcraft orc portal-esque nether portal.
Yeah, Gul'dan.
Giant, that too. We were saying the piglin queen looked like Gul'dan.
Yeah,
from Warcraft. Before all that, they get to the mansion. There's that famous scene that I'm sure the audience is gonna know what we're gonna be talking about, where they fight the infamous chicken jockey.
The fucking chicken jockey.
People loved that.
They lost their mind. I thought it was funny though. We noticed that there was like a couple of groups of people that just fucking left the minute that scene was done.
We looked up like maybe like a minute or two after the scene ends, like people just got up as soon as Chicken Jockey was mentioned.
Which is such a funny concept where there was so much hype for one scene.
People paying money to see a movie. It was waiting until the scene and being like, all right, let's go home.
All right, this is great, guys. Let's go home. Yeah, that was super EMAX or IMAX too.
Yeah, that was a super EMAX.
So that was like a $15 ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, that like you really have to want to see the movie if you're going to a super EMAX showing.
You know, where they stayed all the way up into that scene. That was like halfway of the movie.
Yeah, that whole pillager scene was also just like a very like 3-minute quickie because again in Minecraft when you're going through like those pillager mansions. But yeah, like when you're fighting the pillagers in the Minecraft game, that's a pretty intense like thing. Yeah, and they just kind of walked out.
Yeah,
they were like,
let's go!
Fucking
after
Henry
they freed Steve.
Yeah, seriously, like they had a plan. Let's distract the pillagers while Henry takes the Earth Crystal.
We should call out Tobuscus here. Tobuscus very abrasively went on Twitter and exclaimed, "I was referenced in the Minecraft movie. I was referenced.
I was in the Minecraft movie."
There is one line where Jack Black just goes,
"Son of a biscuit."
It was just like,
and that's it.
The most far-fetched idea.
Throwaway line. Dan TDM was in it.
Yeah. Yep.
That's him and Technoblade were like the two only YouTubers I think I recognized.
Yes. I was pretty glad that they did a Technoblade
that was
tribute
cute.
there. That was kind of cute. I won't lie, that was kind of cute.
I thought it was kind of funny when that scene happened, the kid was like, "Who is that?" And
It's a
Jack Black's
legend.
like,
It's a legend.
the whole audience was like, "Yeah!"
Lost their minds again.
I think we can finally get to like the third act because we were talking about the war scene for a minute.
Yeah.
How did
we have to talk about Garrett's death. So this is like I think we went past a little quickly here.
Yeah,
but
we've been a little all over the place in this latter section, but we've just been having too much fun talking about this goofy ass movie.
Yep. Bear with us, guys. This is the start to a series, so you're learning with us with how we're gonna fucking format this.
Thank you guys for sticking around. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Guys, if you made it this far into the video, tell us what your favorite mob in Minecraft is.
Or mod.
Or mob. But so Garrett fucking dies in a spectacular explosion.
He's like fighting off all these creepers.
Yeah.
Or like, are they zombies with TNT?
They are piglins with TNT.
Or piglins with TNT.
I will say before that though, they had Electras. Is that what the name of the wings are?
Oh, the gas?
No, the wings.
Oh, the Electra. Yeah. Oh,
Electras. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they're flying, and there's like a not even quick, like a pretty long scene of Jack Black and Jason Momoa, like 69, like doing the 69
it's like
for a minute.
Good 4-minute joke of the joke being like, we are 69ing. We're two grown men 69.
Yeah,
that's the joke.
And like Jack Black, his character's like, I know you got room back there. And it's like his face right next to his fucking like dick. So it's like,
he's like, hold on. And he's like,
and I know you got room.
We gotta close the gap. Before we get into Garrett's death, I will also say Jack Black and Garrett, they gotta have something going on.
There is a gay romance between them.
I think they wanted to make them fuck.
There was,
but they just either they didn't have any time, or because of like how the world is now.
Yeah, or like the budget.
Yeah, they couldn't afford it.
but
like every time they like argue, they like lock eyes so hard. They're like,
yeah, they're like, you know, they got their arms like this,
Yeah.
they're rock hard for like half a minute.
It's like Arnold and Danny Glover in Predator.
Yeah, that's exactly what I got from that.
But all that is sadly upended when Garrett heroically gives his life.
He fucking dies in just an amazing explosion.
I think we can play the clip.
Can we play the
don't
clip?
get like taken down for that. We'll just watch him die. Just
A little
watch him explode.
little Garrett explosion right here. He's like, get out of the way. He fucking blows up.
And but after that scene, me and Joe were like, "Is he dead?" We were genuinely convinced he was killed because they don't talk about him after that.
Right after that,
Henry's like, "Garrett," and that's it. That's it.
Right after that, they meet up with their little lost, disbanded team of the ladies.
They're like, "Where's Garrett?" And he's like,
"Oh no!" They what they say too is like, I wish Garrett could have seen this." Like, yeah. Like they responded with like, yeah. Like they knew he died.
They were aware he's dead.
But they never said.
Didn't care.
Yeah, they just he blew up, went to a mushroom house, and like, I wish Garrett could be here. Like, yeah.
From then on, that's where they do the whole gear up thing.
Yeah.
They're like, Time to fight back.
Time to do a montage.
Now we're here at the war with the piglins and whatnot.
Yep. The gate opens. The piggies come out. And I ain't talking feet. But yeah, so they're like, oh, we gotta beat them. So they make a bunch of iron golems, which, by the way, not how you make an iron golem.
Yeah, so they make a few iron golems, but then they make this specific one where I'm gonna quote this one kid I saw on YouTube who called it a swift golem. And it's just like this golem with like a little blue hat on and it has like little boots on.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, I guess, but.
Yeah. You can like
doesn't
run
exist
super fast or some shit.
That golem doesn't exist, so that was like the issue. For this final battle, I was pretty disappointed there wasn't like a big boss. It was just the piglins.
Yeah. Which is that big ass piglin like an actual thing, or is that?
I don't think so.
Because
they're just nether mobs, aren't they?
I thought so. Yeah. I don't. Isn't there like some? You know what? Never mind.
Like no ender dragon, no wither, no blazes.
Yeah.
That
is weird.
There's quite a few mobs that were missing.
Yeah. They had gas.
They had gas. That was pretty cool. And the way they were killing some of the gas was pretty violent.
Oh, I know.
They were like slamming them into walls.
Yeah, he would explode.
Yeah, like making them eat shit and then blowing up. Big fight isn't really cool or anything.
He's got his potato fucking. Of course he's.
That's right. He has his little tater gun.
Of course he's got a tater gun.
You know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if that is like a nod to Napoleon Dynamite.
You think so?
Because you know how Napoleon really likes tater tots and he has them in his pocket in this movie.
Yeah.
Wait, oh my tots.
Wait, they had a tater tot breakfast thing.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Yeah.
There was like 2 references of tater tots.
I'm wondering if that was like just a little bit of a nod to Napoleon.
Yeah. So he had his little tato gun. He's shooting people and stuff. And they get to the fucking crystal. It's like, oh no, he falls. But Garrett. Garrett comes back with a ghast.
And we were kind of sad because we thought it was really funny if Garrett would have died in that explosion.
I really do wish he just blew up and like they never talked about him again. That would have been the funniest plot point.
But yeah, Garrett saves the day.
Yeah, he comes back in, blows up the fucking structure. Henry.
Yeah, how funny would it have been if like he picked up Henry, but he didn't like drop him off or anything. He flies in.
Fucking kamikazes right now.
Gosha is like.
Margosha, that's her name.
Yeah, that it like just came to me like 40 minutes into this video.
Yeah, what her name was. So she loses. She's like at her deathbed pretty much. And
there's that little scene where she's like,
"Come closer, Jack. I'm not gonna stab you. I'm not."
Yeah, he's like, "You're gonna stab me."
It was a very Australian humor-coded little scene. Where she's like,
I'm not gonna stab you.
And he's like, come on, man.
Yeah, he like kicks it out. He's like,
come on, man.
He's like, come on. He's like, I'm sorry. I will say that was
good.
That was funny little like exchange there.
And then the day is saved.
Henry,
they're back in that portal, and that scene happens where they're like, Jack, you should come back to the real world.
Come back home.
Come live your life again. He's like,
I got.
I kind of want to build some more stuff. I have more ideas. And the movie just kind of has one of those typical montage wrap ups that every movie that doesn't know how to end does, where it's like, and so. It cuts to the scene where Henry's just on a jetpack.
Yeah,
that was pretty funny.
Yeah, he's like completely horizontal, fucking flying on a jetpack.
I think that was like a really big plot point for me too. It's like there's no way 2 fucking bullies are gonna be like, I bet you can't build a jetpack, and then the kid's like, well, actually I can.
It's like,
and then he builds the jetpack.
Well, actually, I can.
These fuck-ass bullies come up and snip one of his wires. Yeah. And that's how the terrorist attack happens on Chunkusville.
Yeah, fucking Chunkusville. But also, they snipped the wires, but it still worked.
Yeah, it still worked. It just went a little haywire.
Yeah, he blew up a building with it.
Was he attached to it?
No, I wish. No,
he just sent it flying.
His sister taught like a dojo how to kill
piglin. She does
self-defense
so you can kill piglins.
Oh yeah, it's like because that's gonna be something needed.
Yeah,
do, apparently.
People are gonna have to worry about that.
Yeah, and so then Garrett and then Steve, gay lovers once again they reunite or not reunite. Well, he dies, so I guess kind of reunite.
Yeah.
And they run the shop. Oh, the biggest thing that I had such an issue with was Steve's trying to get his dog back.
That's right. We can wrap around to this.
Yeah, this will be like the last little wrap around here. I never understood this. Steve, the whole movie was like, I want to get my dog Dennis back.
My dog Dennis. It's like so important.
Yeah, like he fucking risks tooth and nail to get this fucking dog.
The dog comes through the portal into the human world.
Yeah.
Like basically like This is all how it happens.
Yeah.
This dog is the catalyst.
Yeah, literally the whole reason why he wants to get this thing and like save the world, but like he talks about his dog more.
Yeah, he loves his dog.
And so right at the very end, he gives his dog away to the real estate lady. He's like,
by the way, that they have to retame that same dog.
yeah, which was weird. Why?
I don't.
It went
know.
feral again?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think dogs can go feral after you tame them in Minecraft.
Minecraft Masters, can we get a fact check on this?
Fact check Minecraft Masters?
Rhonda, yeah, real estate Rhonda has to tame him again, which she just knows how to fucking do that.
Yeah, she just gives him a bone. She just finds.
Yeah, there's a
like,
bone right next to him. It's like,
there's a bone right here. I'm gonna give it to the dog.
yeah, I was like, hold on, let me do something. So she does that,
I mean,
retames him.
I guess if you're like an animal person, you would probably put 2 and 2 together if you had like, a dog, though.
I guess so.
I guess.
So, yeah, very end, you know, Steve's just like, you can have my dog.
He gives the dog away.
Yeah, which
after all
the shit.
Everything.
Yeah, after all this shit, he's like, yeah, you can have my dog if you want. And so, so it's like, all this for fucking, you know, I guess, whatever, to save the world. Sure. I just like the idea that he did all this just to give his dog away again.
So and then Jennifer Coolidge gets married to the villager, right?
Marries and fucks a villager.
And she speaks villager now. She's like,
yeah, so she knows how to speak villager. And the villager can speak eloquently spoken English.
Yeah, it's like a British human.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how it wraps up. Everybody's happy. Everybody's got their thing now. There's
a post-credit scene.
There's 2 post-credit scenes. One is, wasn't it the villager with Jennifer?
The villager talking was the first one.
So that was first.
The second one was insanely epic. Jack Black goes back to the house that he was like hasn't lived in since. I don't even know how much time has passed.
Like in Minecraft, probably an hour, but like in the real world, like 5 years.
And someone opens the door, and you as the viewer can only assume it's Alex from Minecraft.
Yep. And so
she says her name. She's like, "My name's Alex."
My name's Alex. So he gets in.
I think it's funny that like she just kind of lets him in.
Yeah, right. It's like, you want to come in? So they're definitely hitting.
Yeah, they're fucking.
And then that's how it's set up for the
Minecraft,
next
the sequel
movie,
which we know that they are already making, which is insane.
Yeah, they already announced it, didn't they?
Yeah, they already announced that it's in the works.
Guys, that
was the Minecraft movie.
That's the Minecraft movie. I guess some final thoughts, how I felt about it. Once again, Hollywood did not get shit like accurate, so pissed me off.
Yeah.
Like they did some things that were okay, that was accurate, but like I don't know. Get a fucking Minecraft diehard fan. There's so many of them out there.
Pacing. If you blink, you'll miss like 2 minutes of the movie.
Yeah,
that's how fast this movie goes.
Yep. So you know they're catering to that attention span of like 10-year-olds.
Yeah. Well, another thing is when we were walking out the theater, I heard like one girl go like,
"Whoever threw your popcorn here, get out."
Yes. But yeah, so I think we can wrap it up there. Guys, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching, sticking around, and you know, seeing our first little episode of this series. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Any final remarks, big guy?
Let us know what you guys want us to watch. We might do something stupid like Cat in the Hat or something.
That is a very strong possibility. So guys, leave in the comments if you made it this far in the video to let us know what movie you want to see us talk about and shit on.
And as always,
sweet goodness. That was pretty awesome.